This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Van carrying 25 people collide head-on with a lorry at the Namakkal district. 12 die and the rest are receiving treatment at the hospital. A day after Amma asks Dr. Singh for relief on the Mullai Periyar dam issue, Kerala says its demand for a new dam stands firm. The Madras High Court dismisses the petition challenging the shifting of the Secretariat. The ball is now back in Amma's court.
Basis of which policy decision has been taken by the government and that is being shifted. That cannot be the subject matter in a public interest litigation.
And the superstar calls up the Chief Minister, Ms. Jayalalitha, and says he is fine and will be back in action in the state in 45 days. The Madras High Court summons the Housing and Poverty Alleviation Department on the delay in the action against manual scavenging. Will the All India Bar examinations be scrapped? The Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry passed a resolution asking for the decision to be reconsidered. Advocates in the city press for a speedy investigation into the death of a law student as the motive into the alleged murder still remains a mystery. The anti-graft wave spreads to the city of Chennai. Civil activist Traffic Ramaswamy goes on an indefinite fast asking for the government support in the Lokpal bill.
Traffic Ramaswamy has started on 20th fasting to implement the scheme of Lokpal Sabha bill.
And ahead of his Tamil film, actor Siddharth says it's been a riveting journey, zigzagging between Tamil, Hindi and Telugu industries.
My stardom, which I'd earned in a certain way, took me years to make it in Telugu or in Tamil or anywhere.
You've tuned into the late night news on NDTV Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew. Let's also take you through our national headlines. A Pakistan naval warship to escort the released ship MV Suez with Indians on board. The sailors tell NDTV the Indian Navy is not helping. The government speaks up finally, says it had advised the ship owners to provide protection, but they did not. 3 Shota Shakil gang members detained for the murder of crime reporter J. Day. He had exposed sandalwood smuggling. Delhi Sri Ram College's 100% cut-off for non-commerce students evokes strong reactions.
Why me? Even Shakespeare wouldn't have made it into an English honours course if these were the cut-off points and the marks.
BJP President Nitin Gadkari takes on the Congress President on corruption. The Congress hits back. Including the Prime Minister under Lokpal is not closed. Law Minister Moily tells NDTV hours before the meeting with Anna Hazare's activists. And a celestial spectacle tonight, the longest and darkest lunar eclipse. Everyone prays for clear skies. Our top story first. Fort St. George, the architectural marvel of Chennai city, has been the centre of some bad blood between the present and the past regimes in the state of Tamil Nadu. The ball has now come back to Ms. J. Jayalalitha's court today after the Madras High Court dismissed the petition that had challenged the shifting of the Secretariat from the Omandur complex to the historic Fort St. George. The High Court added that it cannot interfere with the administration of a state government and that this was a pure policy decision to be taken up.
During the hearing, His Lordship, the Chief Justice of Madras High Court, made an observation stating that shifting of officers from one place to another place is on the basis of administrative convenience and on the basis of which policy decision has been taken by the government and that is being shifted. That cannot be the subject matter in a public interest litigation. And further he made an observation that public interest litigation is not meant for these kind of purposes. Hence, the first bench of the Madras High Court was pleased to dismiss the public interest litigation filed by the petitioner.
Well, the DMK chief M. Karunanidhi has been quite quick, in fact, to react in his latest salvo. He says, and I quote, "People of Tamil Nadu will have to suffer the consequences of their mistake," unquote. In other state-related headlines, there will be a new dam at Mullai Periyar bordering Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Well, that was a strong, significant statement coming from Kerala's Chief Minister Umman Chandi today. The Congress-led UDF government in Kerala has said that there was no change in their stand that a new dam be constructed at Mullai Periyar, irrespective of what party was in power. The statement comes a day after Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister Jayalalitha sought Prime Minister Dr. Singh's intervention on the issue in the capital. In fact, yesterday when she called Kerala's decision for a new dam illegal that was depriving Tamil Nadu of its rightful share of waters. Both states have been at loggerheads over the question of building a new dam, which will replace the current 110-year-old structure. While Kerala is pressing for it, citing safety aspects of the existing one, Tamil Nadu is worried that the state would not get sufficient quantity of water to irrigate parts of Madurai district. Moving on, the alleged murder of a final year law student has been gathering more attention by every passing day. In the latest developments over his death, a group of advocates, including the president of the Madras High Court Advocates Association, were at the Commissioner's office today urging for a speedy investigation. They are even likely to boycott the proceedings of their general body meeting that has been slated for tomorrow. After a post-mortem that went on for 3 long hours under a thick security blanket, the youngster, Satish Kumar's body was handed over to his parents. The videographed post-mortem and the report will be submitted to the court.
The purpose of me meeting the Commissioner today is to know and to ask and to request him to speed up the investigation to find out the culprits immediately, because today they might have come to know that this is a murder, and no minute they should waste. They should go on behind this case and they should come out with the true culprits in this case. That is the request made to the Commissioner.
Now, there's good news on the superstar's health from Singapore City. A little birdie from the Twitter space sent by Dhanush has said that Rajinikanth has been discharged from the hospital, and he also added that he has recovered completely and is taking rest. This has been confirmed and the family is believed to be on their summer vacation now. Now, Rajinikanth, who was discharged from the Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore, called on the Chief Minister, Ms. Jayalalitha, over the phone line. In fact, he said that he was discharged today after treatment, and when asked about when he'd be back in action in the state, Rajinikanth promised to return in 45 days' time. This is the first time that he had spoken to Amma after her landslide victory in May and also congratulated her for the same. Now, NDTV-HINDU caught up with a few Rajni crazy fans in the city, and they seemed quite ecstatic about the latest news.
Since we were really upset because we have been watching this movie from childhood, honestly, and now that he's been back, what more can we ask?
Everyone, most of the fans, they're very happy. I mean, all the fans, they're very happy, including me. I really love him because when I was very small, even in my place, we used to watch his films. So I really wish him all the best, and I want to tell him to get well soon.
Rajni illana kadavul illa na Rajni ipo mottum edha airundaduna na kadavul kumudradha vittirupen.
Now, there is now a strong demand for the All India Bar examinations to be scrapped. In fact, the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry have passed a resolution urging the Bar Council of India to reconsider its decision about holding the All India Bar examinations in the state in July. Due to stiff opposition, these examinations were postponed in Tamil Nadu at least 4 times till now. In addition to all of this, the Bar Council also said that it would hand out a memorandum to the Chief Minister to punish the police officials responsible for the violence in the Madras High Court premises. That was way back in February 2009.
We have received several complaints from various advocates. So they don't want a right examination after enrolling advocates. So we are going to send a representation to the Bar Council of India chairman to reconsider the examination. So after enrolling, once advocate was enrolled as an advocate, then the examination is, I think it's very difficult to write the examination. Second thing, we are going to send a representation to our Honorable Chief Minister for welfare fund. So 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs. So already the previous government increased the 2 to 5 lakhs. So we have to rectify the setback. Then we will give a welfare fund in 5 lakhs to invariable all advocates.
Now, in a Thanksgiving meet of sorts, the Chief Minister is all set to visit Srirangam constituency in Trichy to thank her voters this weekend. This comes after her thumping win in which she defeated her DMK rival Anand in this constituency by a margin of 41,848 votes. She has plans to cover all parts of the constituency during this 3-day visit. She's also launching welfare measures of the government in an official function in the constituency on the first day of the visit itself. Up ahead on the bulletin, even a 90% on your mark sheet is not good enough these days. The gates of the Delhi University are shut to you and would have been for Shakespeare as well, it seems.